And in the modern day, there's also this sense like, oh,
she probably did break 6 figures, though. I wouldn't be surprised if she did that. You know what I'm saying?
Making money, it's okay. Look, she made $1 million. While everyone else is slaving away, they can't even pay their bills. They don't even have a place to live. They can barely afford the groceries. And then she just has life on easy mode. And then she finally shares all the money she made in a...
Bro. What? No f***ing way this is real. I mean... Shit. The Lil Tay situation is disgusting. Lil Tay, disgusting. Video by Jamari. I don't want to spoil it for you, but let's just say she just turned 18, I think. And, well, you know what these chicks do these days when they turn 18. Let's run it.
So Lil Tay has always been a mystery online. For those of you who don't remember, back in 2016 to 2018, there was this little girl dubbed Lil Tay who went viral after she made countless videos flexing cars, money, and designer items.
You already know what it is. Lil Tay, the youngest flex of the century. I'm only 9 years old, but I'm richer than all y'all broke haters. This female picture is bigger than your whole entire living room, and I got 4 more houses. This more to your rent, my toilet costs more to your rent, everything in my bathroom costs more to your rent, and see, this is my closet, everything here would be designer, Gucci, Louis, Versace.
Now eventually it would leak that someone was essentially coaching her behind the scenes to say and do these outlandish things.
Bro, wait, go back and say like, no, you broke ass bitch.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now? This is nasty. This is super nasty work, man. I remember when all this happened.
What do? You need to be like more ignorant.
More ignorant.
Ooh, Lil Tay out here.
You still irrelevant, like I said last time. What do I say?
That is when everyone saw behind the curtain, and the girl more or less disappeared after her mother, father, and brother started catching a lot of flack from people saying this was a form of abuse. Personally, I think that her brother was the one behind the persona, but it's kind of a moot point at this time.
Yeah,
Then 2 years ago in 20...
That's crazy that her parents endorsed this shit, man. You know, it's wild when you see parents exploiting their children like this for fame and money. You know what I'm saying?
23...
Like... And you're training her from a very young age to be obsessed with the validation in the form of social media clout. It's a recipe for disaster, and I think that's how we end up here. Let's proceed.
She would return once again with another attempt to garner clout, where she and her brother literally faked their own deaths to try and create some buzz around the Lil Tay brand.
The teen rapper, whose real name is Claire Hope and who rose to fame online in 2018, has passed away.
Bro, faking your death is the most cringe thing you could ever do to try and get clout. One, because if it's for the sake of getting clout, you gotta come back. And so it's like, okay, just fuck you then. It's weird, man.
Once this was outed as a hoax
desperate.
where they said they got hacked apparently, she would then return to her flexing, shit-talking ways.
5 years and y'all still broke. The GOAT is back. 5 years and I'm still the youngest one out. Y'all hating ass bitches were hating on me when I was 9 years old. Talking all this shit when you don't fucking know me. So stop fucking talking. You did not come up. You had 5 years to come up and you didn't.
She also spent time saying how her dad was a horrible person.
She fumbled this shit terribly, bro. Terribly. She could have easily come back, claimed all of her previous clout, and been on some, I was 9. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to the adults in my life. I was just doing what I was told. But, you know, now I'm a bit older and I got some sense and this is the shit I'm into. And then she could start doing anything, bro. She could start streaming, playing The Sims. She could just be a makeup girl. She could go in any direction. And she was like, I'm going to pick right back up where we left off, even though the entire internet knows that was all a fucking sham. That was a fraud situation, fraudulent situation. Terrible decision. Let's see what happens next.
That he was allegedly posting man looking for woman ads on Craigslist, feeding her a diabolical diet, making her wear undersized clothing,
What?
and that basically both he and his girlfriend needed to be investigated by CPS due to her horrible living conditions. And I guess that was her explanation as to where she had been. Other than that, she was still chasing clout, dropping bullshit music,
For
and
sure.
with these latest antics, it really just shows the disgusting nature of our current society. And though these tweets have now been deleted because they were against Twitter's TOS, I did screen grab them because I knew they were going to be important in the future. And so this entire situation kind of came across my radar when I saw this tweet. If this post gets 10k likes, I'll seriously consider making the OF.
Wow.
And I'm sure a lot of you in your head right now are thinking, well, how old is Lil Tay? It seemed like just a couple years ago, she was a very small girl. Well, as it turns out, time does fly, and this was actually posted 6 days before her 18th birthday.
Whoa.
It seems like she's essentially been planning on having a very similar rollout as
Wow.
the Catch Me Outside
This is
Bad Barbie
the
girl.
move now, bro. They gotta patch this shit, bro, because this is the fucking move. Get some kind of clout as a girl before your 18th birthday, and then when you turn 18, stimulus package. You can run away with a big bag. That's diabolical.
Who was also teasing a pay-for-play link on the days leading up to when she would be legal age to do that.
You recently started an OnlyFans account, correct? Is it true you made over $1 million in your first 6 hours?
Yes.
This was also her bio this time, where she says, should I drop the link on my 18th birthday, June 29th? Then she got even bolder with her messaging, sharing a photo that I'm going to have to censor of Sabrina
Really?
Carpenter posing nude on a Rolling Stone magazine. And she's once again asking, should I remake this on my OF if I make one on July 29th? And so she would pretty much continue with her ad campaign.
So it's my 18th birthday on July 29th, and every male has been counting down to it and literally telling me to drop the link the second I turn 18. Girlies, what do you think? Should I do it?
I mean, I won't lie to you guys, anyone who was counting down to this, like they had a little timer set on their phone, needs to be investigated by the FBI.
Yeah,
She
nah,
would-
facts. All them posts where she's like, oh, if this gets to X amount of likes, I'll drop the OF. Get them niggas. Go get them. Look at the likes. Go to their Twitter accounts. Go get them. Because that shit is weird, dude.
Then run a poll asking this same question, and 2/3 of the people said don't drop that link, don't ruin the rest of your life. Because honestly, once you go down that path, people are just going to look at you in a certain way. It's going to be very hard to get respect in other realms of your life. Just ask someone like Mia Khalifa, who spent, I believe,
Right,
only
yeah.
a couple of months in the corn industry. And she's noted multiple times how it completely destroyed her from a mental standpoint, and also really limited her future career opportunities.
Well, okay. We can say, though, that there are levels to this shit, right? There is a difference between when one of these girls try to capitalize on their clout, and they basically just post the same shit that a lot of girls already post on their Instagram, you know, risque pictures, bikini pictures, stuff like that, but they don't go full-blown nude. It is still fucking, you know what I'm saying, like, not a good look at all. But I feel like these days, bro, what happened to Mia Khalifa, a lot of girls, they're making OnlyFans, and that this shit isn't happening to them. You know what I'm saying? But Mia Khalifa, she was getting her fucking ass torn apart. She was a full-blown porn star, you know what I'm saying? She was full-blown getting all kinds of just fucking cocks, just ramming her in all her holes. So it's you know, it's a little different, I think. It's still sad, though.
And then she's just saying shit that has no correlation. So I'm mature enough to get death threats at 9, but not mature enough to...
Like, for instance, the Catch Me Outside girl, right? Bad Baby. Does she actually have, like, legit porn on OF? Like, is there an actual video of her getting, you know what I'm saying, having sex and all that? I don't know. I haven't heard that the shit like that is out there. You know what I'm saying?
launch an OF at 18. And this whole behavior would actually get her account suspended for around a week. But on Elon's Twitter, nothing is really forever, so she would find her way back to all the sick fucks. She would follow this up by saying, I'm 18 now, where are all the pay pigs? And to me, it's just so ironic, because for years she was out here calling everyone broke, saying that they needed to get like her and get their bag up, and then the very second that she turns 18, the very second that she's eligible to do this shit, she's taking that dirty money, baby.
Y'all already know what the f going on. Lil Tay's dropping the youngest link of the century. Mark your calendars.
This is so cringe, dude. This is so sad. Lord.
Tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST, and nobody, including my family, including the grown-ass haters, is gonna stop me. You know why? Lil Tay rich and finna get richer, bitch!
And I just have the feeling that no one in her life is actually trying to stop her from doing this.
Yeah,
but
not
I
at
would
all.
say that most sensible people would not suggest making this type of life-altering decision the very second that you can. Especially where she has other, like, modern-day avenues such as streaming, where she can still make money.
Bro, she could just be a streamer. You know what I'm saying? She could just be a streamer. She don't gotta do all of this. Lil Tay, you don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this form of desperation is just, oh man. But she gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's a clock. It's a countdown. Is she trying to capitalize on all the fucking weirdos that like it when a girl is just legal, right? She just turned 18. You know, because there is a group of guys like that. If she want to cash in on those dollars, then I guess she has to do it now, but it's not worth it, man.
And I actually have the feeling that her loser brother is still the one behind this entire fiasco. Just look at what he said. This was apparently during one of her Instagram live
Pimping out your little sister is beyond nasty work. That's crazy.
streams. And keep in mind, guys, this shit is just all for promo.
Why are you on live and telling people you're gonna drop a fucking link?
So I'm just gonna disappoint everybody that's been waiting since 2023 and even 2018 by not.
Bro, what in the?
She really said everyone who's been waiting since 2018, which was, if I'm doing the math correctly, 7 years ago. You know, when she was 11 years old. I don't know, I just can't help but lose a little bit more faith in humanity as the days go by.
By not.
Bro, what in the Americanized capitalistic shit is this?
Capital? What? Everything is about the bag. You're just mad that you're broke. You're mad that no agency came to you before your 18th birthday and said, hey, we'll give you 30 to 40 mil to drop a link. Am I?
Bull fucking shit. You want me to believe an agency came to you and said, we'll give you 30, 40? First of all, the difference between 30 and 40 million is $10 million. That's a lot. What do you mean 30, 40 mil? It was either 30 or 40. Ain't no, yeah, we'll give you about 30, 40 million dollars. No. So that's fucking a lie. And why would you do that? Why would you give the agency money for that when you could just do it yourself? She's just trying to make it seem like, you know, put more sauce on the shit. She gonna drop the link, bro. Ain't no way she does all of this, you know what I'm saying? All of this promo and doesn't drop the link. She gonna drop it.
Right or am I right?
Yeah, that's some capping ass bullshit. No one offered her $40 million to drop a link.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if her sick fuck of a brother wasn't the one recording the content.
That's a flex? That's a flex. It's not
I think 30
getting good
M's is
grades
flex.
contributing something to society?
I get good grades from
Yo,
school.
get
I've
off-
been-
Yo!
Are you dead ass?
Bro, get the
Are we dead ass? The link is dropping whether you want it or not.
Get off alive.
She then would go on to say, I did it, link in bio, all content shot at 12:01 on my 18th birthday. And then she posts this picture where she's wearing this shirt that says corn star in training. I mean, I guess I just don't really see why some people, like, get off on this type of thing. Like, they want to see the girl's birth certificate to make sure they can goon to her the second she turns 18. They want the fucking hospital records. And I'm telling you guys, this shit is just so PDF coded, where she says, freshly 18, please don't tell my mom. My 18th birthday exclusive shots at 12:01, only available for 24 hours. And it's just one of those things where I don't care if it's technically legal. This is just a disgusting thing for not only her to do, but obviously for everyone who goes and subscribes to this or looks forward to this type of thing. To me, it's like you were just so unbelievably down bad, and you need to end up on some sort of list because you're just playing on such a slippery slope. But apparently, guys, I'm the crazy one, because she says she made $1 million in 3 fucking hours.
No fucking
$1 million,
way.
Lil Tay just broke the fuck out of OF. And it's just so funny to me that this has now become something
I mean,
to,
but
like,
that's the world we live in. She's a liar. She's been a liar since she was 9. That's her whole thing. She's a liar. but it's not outside of the realm of possibility. That's how fucking sick the world is, dude. Maybe she did make $1 million in 3 hours. That's crazy. I doubt it, though. She ain't got that kind of motion. But there's a lot of sick fucks out there, so you never know.
Like, be proud of. There's like a sense of accomplishment. And in the modern day, there's also this sense like, oh,
she probably did break 6 figures, though. I wouldn't be surprised if she did that. You know what I'm saying?
Making money, it's okay. Look, she made $1 million. While everyone else is slaving away, they can't even pay their bills. They don't even have a place to live. They can barely afford the groceries. And then she just has life on easy mode. And then she finally shares all the money she made in a...
Bro. What? No fucking way this is real. I mean, shit. No fucking way this is real. You could Photoshop some shit like this. Easy. You could Photoshop some shit like this easy, bro. Here's how you do it. You know, they make it look real because it's a picture of a screen. But you could just Photoshop this picture and put it on a screen. You know what I'm saying? Like this information, boom, and then you take the picture of that picture that you made to make it look like a lot. And because people are so fucking sheepish, you know what I'm saying? They see all of these numbers and these subscribers, and then they're like, shit. Well, if all these people are buying subscriptions, then fuck it, I might buy a subscription, you know what I'm saying? Yikes.
Apparently 3 hours, and she shares these alleged numbers where she got around $500,000 from personal messages, $26,000 in tips, and $500,000 in subscriptions, totaling to over $1 million in the first 3 hours. So yeah, it's essentially just the same thing that we saw with Bad Baby a couple years back. I do think that she was even more successful in her 18th birthday OF venture, and while I'm sure some of you will disagree with me, I don't know, something about this just feels like slimy as fuck to me. It feels disgusting. And it's just crazy to see the now effects of someone who was exploited in their early childhood and taught all these bad lessons about life and money and flexing on people and looking down on others, has now chose to in turn exploit herself the very first chance that she gets. I also don't think that social platforms should be okay with hosting this type of message, especially if someone's trying to do this thing when they're still like 17 years old. I don't get why you would allow them to promote themselves in that way on your platform, because a lot of these tweets, they aren't going viral because people are actually sharing them. They're going viral because the new Twitter algorithm literally just chooses to put them on people's profile. All of these have like millions upon millions of impressions. I don't know, I just hope that none of y'all out there are subscribing to this type of shit. I mean, to me, it's like one of those things, like you never have a second.
I mean, shit, dude. That's where we live in. You know, she's a grown woman. She's an adult woman. She's not breaking the law. So, no, you know what I'm saying? That's the decision she wants to make. Then nobody really has a right to stop her. But it's kind of scary, dude. The direction that we're going in, you know. Bro, I remember being in high school. And I think the average girl, the thought of like a nude getting leaked was terrifying. Like the average girl, the thought of a picture of her just maybe even covering up her boobs, but her face is in it, that she maybe was trying to send to her boyfriend who was also in high school. The thought of that just going around, girls used to become, you know what I'm saying? They used to want to end it for shit like that. And now these girls can't wait to turn 18 so they can just spread them on OnlyFans. Where do things go from here? I mean, maybe it gets normalized. Maybe, I don't know, dude. But that's pretty sad.